Well, hello there. Just showing you what I'm working on while we're going to sit here and chat. I'm going to turn the camera around. You're just going to see a side view because personally there's nothing to see. My head's going to be in the way, so it's more of a chatting. So grab anything you want to do while we sit here and I share some stories because this is all mindless work going on. Okay, just a minute here. Say hi. You want hi? Oh, what? That's what I have to deal with. So I'll be rubbing her at the same time I'm doing cross-stitching and talking to you guys. So let's get going. Alright, here we go. See that? Kind of blinding, isn't it? Alright. You can hear her. Alright, so I got my new glasses in. And I wanted glasses for driving, you know, and all that stuff. And then I wanted a separate pair. She's quit. She's rubbing her mouth against my feet, and it hurts with her teeth. She's not biting me, but it still hurts. It's like, damn. It's just never any peace, right? Alright, so I go all the way to that. Alright, so anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I get my glasses done. I want some for the, you know, everyday driving, and they go ahead and they turn dark with the sun. Then I wanted a pair that at work, I'm not constantly doing the cricking of my neck and looking at bifocals because it was hurting my neck, and there's some fonts that I cannot adjust. So I wanted something up close. And when they test you for glasses, they have you sitting at a desk, arm's length away. And the gal specifically said, just a minute, Muffy's crying now. You see what I mean? Alright, I just shut the door. So yeah, I wanted one for computers, and it's an arm's length away, and they said it will be fuzzy anything past that. Well, that's these glasses right here. I drove home with them. I can see just fine. I mean, you know, when you get a little bit of a difference and it's kind of like a blurry, but your eyes adjust, they are perfectly clear now, and I can see as far as whatever, and I can see clearer up close. So I'm like, well, I don't need two pairs of glasses. I mean, in case one breaks or something, you have a backup. But I paid over $400 for both these glasses. My other purple glasses had the lenses replaced, you know, and they turned their shade of dark for driving and all that. So then I was going to just use these for staying at my desk. And I'm like, should I go back and say, hey, check this out. I like these glasses. I like the way they look on me. I don't want to spend, I don't know what it's going to be, another $100 to get them to change the color, the photosynthesis thingy, whatever they call it. But I'm also not happy that when I'm at my computer, I'm seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing, and it's like one of those, okay, let's see here, how do we work? Now, it isn't much better than I had, so I'm kind of like, do I keep both, deal with it? And I just got a pair of shades that clip on. So I said, yep, might as well keep them just in case something goes wrong. You need a second pair, because I have a third pair before I went in to have my eyes checked, and I said, hey, I wonder if I have any glasses I can donate. And then I started wearing them, and one of them is pretty good, you know, focus. So I'm like, okay. Let me stop and count here. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. A little 15 here so I won't forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, see my eyes go. Blah, blah, blah. The same thing you're looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 more. So I was like, okay, if I complain that I like these and turn these with the shades and everything else, then I'd have to turn in those lenses And then I don't know if they'll give how much money back, or if they can, depends. No, it can't, because it'll be my prescription. So I wonder how they would do that, if anything at all. Anyway, I got myself a pair of clip-on Polaroids, and I like these glasses much better. I don't like the fact that the noses are like itching me all the time, but I like the, what is it called? Somebody said it today. The Top Gun type, because they have like a little, I don't know, little different shape. So yeah, lightweight, love them. So I was like, you know what? Just keep them and deal with it. They're plastic lenses. They don't deal with glass. A lot of things they don't tell you. 15, I want to make sure. So then I go over to Walmart, and I was going to get prescriptions, and then I saw some plant on sale for $5, and they have several racks. I know I started telling you this about another time, but then there are some. I got a Caldium. I don't know what they're called. Multicolored, really pretty leaves. Got that. It was kind of drooping, half there, half not. I was looking around for other plants, and I happened to see a big old handful of string of pearls on the top shelf, and I'm like, it was not in a pot or anything. It just probably came off, and they probably found it, and they put it on the top shelf. And I know they don't have cameras, not that I'm going to be so-called stealing, but it was on there, and it wasn't priced. So I just took it and put it inside the container of the plant that I just bought. And then I went over to the Sporting's Good to find my Polaroid lenses, and they're like $8.50 or something. I'm like, okay, that works. And I measured them, make sure they work. Yeah, that's it. So they're the same shape as my glasses. So they get to the register, and Old Man Winter is there, and he opens up the Polaroid the glasses, because there's no barcode anywhere, and sure enough, it was inside. Well, he scans it twice, it doesn't show up, and he's like, yeah, here you go. It's not his fault that they don't have the price right, and there was like 5 people. So he's like, yep, there you go. I was like, okay, cool. And then he just rung up the plant for $5, no extra, because he doesn't know his left from his right, and it wasn't, whether he did or not, but. So I got those free. I'm like, that's fun. And I come home, and I have a new buck in my yard. He's a young thing, very spooky, which I like him. But he's not the normal buck I usually get, Mr. Notch. So I said, okay. So as soon as I came in the yard, he was just like half getting up, like, I said, it's okay, buddy. It's okay, you can stay there. And he looks at me, and then I just do my things, and then I chase him out, because I don't want him to eat any of my plants. And right now I've got a huge several plants of cilantro seeds. They've already been, whenever they have the bulbs on them, they're ready to go, and they're bending over because they're so heavy. So I'm going to let that dry out. My huge sunflower seed head is about 15 inches around. That's finally drooping down. Then I got a medium-sized one. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Fun. Coming down to winter, I planted some carrots, beets, lettuce, any kind of cold crops. I did a row of carrots before, only a couple showed up, and then the rest didn't make it. So now I'm watering it, putting something on top to keep the moisture in, and then hopefully the rest goes. I'm trying to do beans. Some of my beans are coming up. Cats are trying to get in, and I was like, nope, tough. If you guys want to be a pain in my arse, then you're not coming in. So, other than that, I did the unboxing for the plants. I don't know when I'll get to looming. I guess I'm just going to go back and forth. I really want to get that done, all that looming hats and scarves, so I can get it done and over with. I don't have to worry about like some sort of timeline. It's getting colder. Yesterday morning at 5:50 a.m., we had another fire. I don't know if I mentioned this in a video, but had another fire at Walgreens, between Walgreens and a Sure Stay from Best Western. And there was a post on our Facebook local group saying that this gal is a thief. Beware of who she is. She stole a whole mess of bags out of Walgreens, blah, blah, blah. And she was saying that she put a post herself saying, I just want to put a shout out for Walgreens of how corrupt the place is and how mean the toxic the management is and blah, blah, blah. That's the one that I left because their prescription area, the pharmacy, they couldn't keep anybody employed there. They kept going rotation. They would open up the drive-thru and they would flat out ignore the drive-thru and not tell you if they're busy. Not even acknowledging you or anything. It was really rude. So I finally emailed the corporate office and they said, well, due to the fact that it's very hard to find any pharmacists in here, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I was like, well, Walmart seems to be having a whole slew of pharmacists, and I think they borrowed a couple of them. Like, boy, that place is toxic. So this gal did a post about being toxic in a work environment and being fired for, unfair reasons and blah. I mean, just slammed. Well, all of a sudden, they did another post saying this gal is the one that worked at Walgreens and she got fired for unknown reason. She's the one that just stole from them and they can't do anything about it because she knows the inside of what's going on and they can't stop her and stuff. And then all of a sudden, this is the second fire at Walgreens had this year. The first one was bundles of paper, and then this one was a fence. However, they said it is probably due to a homeless encampment. Now, mind you, it's like 90s to 100 here where I live, and it has been, but at night it gets to 50s. Before I start talking too much, make sure, okay. Can't even see what I marked. Up to the same one. Okay. So then they said it was probably a homeless encampment there, so we'll see. I don't know. It's very rare that you see a female arsonist, but we had the female arsonist that was caught at our ranch park. I have a video of it with planes going over and all the smoke and stuff. That was a female that was caught there because they started yet another fire, and this the public came around and held on to her until police got there. And then the lady who set our historic motel on fire. So it's rare that you see that females are the ones doing it. Usually in most crimes too, but that's just the thing. So yeah, we have a lot of homeless issues here. Drugs, graffiti. I don't know how many cops we have. I noticed last year my ex-neighbor, he was the only one on duty one night. And I'm like, yeah, if word got out. But I'm sure others would come to his aid if something major kicked off. But I just thought it was funny. One cop for the whole town. Alrighty then. Interesting. Must have been boring. So, anywho, not much else to say. Work has been settling down now. We've had some changes going on, so now it's been real slow, which I'm glad for, so I can get some other work done and go through my drawer and go through files and, all the things I never had time for because we're always hustling, bustling. That desk is very busy. Some of the times I don't even literally take breaks. And then sometimes I make my lunch like a cup of soup, and then it'll just sit there and it's ice cold by the time I get to it. And I'm like, I know they say take time to make time, which makes me remember I have to bring lunch tomorrow because I have nothing. I ate the rest of my soups. It's kind of hot for soups, but inside that room it's not. So, anywho, I got 2 rows done, but that's about it. There's not much going on. 14 minutes, so I will catch you guys later. Thanks for joining me, and comments, questions, leave them down below. Bye bye.